Become a real estate investor, they said. Several years ago, I had a friend, this was back when I got my real estate license, tell me it'd be a great idea for me to invest in real estate. So, like many people like me, maybe you're like me, maybe you're not, I kind of tend to think if 1 or 2 is good, then 10 or 11 might be better. So pretty soon I ended up owning about 152 rental units in the greater KC, Kansas City metro area, and ran into a problem very quickly. I never got a request to fix a toilet unless it was Friday night or Saturday or on a holiday. I never got a request to fix a shower. I never had anything really break down during the week. Why? Because people didn't want me in their home when it was inconvenient for them. So instead, I got invited to their home, or my property manager did, to fix things when it was convenient for them, which typically had to do with times when they were having people from out of town and so forth. Listen, there are a lot of ups and downs with regards to real estate investing, and I'm going to give you just a couple of options today, some things you might look towards as a good idea and some things you might avoid. So when it comes to investing in single-family homes, you really have 2 options. You have a fix and flip option, or you have the option of purchasing and renting for a longer-term investment. Now, both have their advantages. With a fix and flip, you can buy low, make repairs, sell at fair market value, and then pocket the cash. Remember, right, you're going to pay taxes on that. And if it's a home that you've owned for less than 2 years, it's likely you're going to pay capital gains on top of the taxes you made for the income. There are some features that you can build into a purchase or sale that can mitigate that somewhat, but you're paying taxes pretty much no matter what. It's just a matter of how much. If you're going to do a more longer-term hold, you want to think about this. Do you want to be a landlord? Now look, I believe in Robert Kiyosaki and Rich Dad Poor Dad just like everybody else, right? You buy 4 homes and then you buy a hotel, kind of like Monopoly. But let's face it, being a landlord isn't all that it's cracked up to be, given the examples I gave when we first started. Now, in the video. Now, even if you decide to hire a property management company, there's still going to be some ups and downs. So a good train of thought, a good model to think of is that if you're in the middle of purchasing a single-family home or a multi-unit that has less than 4 units per building, you're going to want to think about this as paying for itself. You're not necessarily going to think about this as an investment that pays you money every month. You're going to have to scale to do that. Now, what do I mean? If your mortgage is $1,000 and you're renting it for $1,500, well, that's a profit, right? Not really. You've got furnaces and air conditioners to service and replace. You've got appliances to service and replace. You've got windows that get broken. Remember, the #1 rule in real estate investing for long-term holds is tenants never treat your property the way you would. So don't expect them to. Expect there to be recurring expenses. In order to accommodate that, you're going to want to take all of the rents that you collect in the first 6 or 7 months and put them in a bank account that's set aside so that you can escrow for those repairs. You can plan for the worst and hope for the best. You could also, if you were thinking further ahead, you could also, as long as your business was small, purchase home warranties on each one of those doors. That's how they're sold, by the door, not by the number of buildings. So if you have 4 units in a single building, you're going to end up with 4 homeowners warranties. Exactly, right? But that's okay. Again, it can mitigate the cost that you have ongoing. One last thought. It's very popular right now to get into the Airbnb and the VRBO business. A couple things to consider. Number 1, when you sign up for Airbnb or VRBO, what you're going to see happen is that there's an automated function that takes out the TRT taxes that you're going to owe your local state, county, and municipality. Those are taxes that you're going to pay on your rental, and they're deducted automatically through their services. 2 thumbs up. If you're the kind of person that likes to rent off market, that's where you go ahead and rent to friends and family, people that you know in the area, and you collect that as cash. Hey, remember, the IRS still wants their cut of your cash. And your CPA, probably a good one like mine, is going to want to make sure that you keep records of all the cash that comes in and all the expenses that can flow out. So it's not a situation where an Airbnb or VRBO are automatically going to be money makers, not in all instances. One last thought about Airbnb and VRBO. The amount of opportunity you have to generate income is completely based on where that unit is. So maybe you're at 39th and Broadway, right? So you're right down the street from Westport. People can walk back and forth from Westport. It's just a couple of blocks, and if they have a little too much in the way of adult beverages, they can walk right to your unit, use a car key, get in and spend the night. Great idea. Owning an Airbnb or a VRBO in the suburbs, however, is a little bit of a different situation. Is it a suburb located near our racetrack? Good idea. Is it a suburb located near nothing historical, no entertainment hotspots, and just a nice home out in the burbs? Probably not a great idea. Find a realtor who knows how to purchase Airbnb properties and VRBO properties and help you maximize your income. Better yet, find a realtor that owns one. I do, so I'd be able to give you the same advice that I would take. Hey, Martin Taggart, Team Real Estate, have an awesome day.